Yes, okay, hi. Figured it was about time for a quick update. First off, let me apologize for not having a video on here last month. I was uploading to my other channel. I hadn't made a video on there in about 2 years, so figured it was about time to put up some stuff. And that was fun, but it doesn't mean that I'm not still in here working every day. I have not lost my rhythm at all. I'm still in here 1, 2 a.m. all the way to 6, 7 a.m. whenever the sun comes up, and then that's when as soon as the sun comes up, that's when Elision goes to bed. And then when I wake up, I'm Travis. And yeah, it seems to be working out for me. That's why I have 3 new pieces to upload this month. Well, I, I, I don't want to say 3. I have 2 for sure. I don't want to promise 3 because one of them is sent out, and I don't know when I'm gonna get it back. Hopefully this month, but could be 10 years from now. I don't know. Uh, One of them is with a friend, and I'll get it back, within the next week or so. And then one of them is just sitting here on my desktop and needs to be mixed. But I'm really proud of them. And so yeah, after I get these up, I think I'm just gonna start working on some covers, and because I haven't done those in a while, I haven't done a cover in a long time. So I think I'm gonna start doing some of those because I have something that I want to knock out here. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna work on finishing up Elision 2016. Elision 2016 is pretty much done. I mean, the skeleton's there. The lyrics are pretty much done. They need to be sharpened up a little bit. It just needs to be all connected into one fluent thing, and all the bullshit needs to be weeded out. And then I like to take that final master and then polish that up as much as possible because I put more work into, or as far as writing is concerned, I put more work into my Elision pieces every year than I do anything else. Um, because those are the pieces that I take the most pride in. When people are like, "Show me what you do," I show them my Elision pieces. So, and I think this one is definitely better than all the rest for sure. um, so yeah, I need to tie everything together. Like I said, I have the skeleton together. I have most of the lyrics there. I need to tie it all together and make it uh, one congruent, nice sounding, continuous piece. And then I like to take that master, polish that up as much as possible, and then I spend the next month or so rehearsing it. But I think I'm going to do something this time that I haven't done before, which is just record it for myself, just do like a raw recording of it just into the mic, just so I can listen to it and learn it that way, because I seem to learn music a lot better when I listen to it. So moving on, I have some bullet points here that I want to go through. Let me get the video thing up here so I can see the time. Um, yeah, so as soon as I get those verses done and I get them into a video format to upload, then I'm just going to work on some covers. And I'm going to do 2016 while I'm working on that, or I'm going to work on 2016 while I'm doing those covers. You might get a cover early, actually. You might get lucky. I might put one up pretty soon here because I just got a new dynamic mic from Blue, my first handheld mic. So I couldn't find any videos of it being run through any decent channel strip, and I have the Cadillac of channel strips here, this 6176, so I want to test it out on that and at least get a video up so people can see how it sounds, for anybody, not for you guys, but just for anybody coming through on YouTube trying to find a video. So yeah, I tore the fuck out of my jaw, like really bad, and I don't know what I did or how it happened. Luckily, it doesn't affect my rapping, because I found that rapping is mostly, at least for me, it's mostly just lips and tongue. It's very little actual jaw movement. It's very hard jaw movement and fast jaw movement. It's very like, you know what I'm saying? You do that shit hard, but it doesn't. It's nothing strenuous, and I don't. It's not moving it far, which is why I don't understand why now I can't move my jaw very far left, right, down, or you'll notice when you go to eat, you move your jaw down and like out, kind of, like if you eat like a sandwich or a burger or something, and yeah, that hurts. I mean, I can do it if I work it out, but I can't just go for it. You know what I'm saying? And when I wake up, it's real bad. Like I said, luckily it doesn't affect me, just regular speech. It just affects me eating, and I just can't. I can't go too far without it hurting. So I went and saw Chris, and he said, "Sounds like you have TMJ. It's temporary muscle jaw. I don't something." And he said I probably have that. So he gave me a little packet to go through. Doctors always give you a little packet that has what he thinks you have to go through to learn and how to treat it. But he also gave me a mouth guard, and he gave me and he told me to take about 800 milligrams of ibuprofen a day, like throughout the day. He said if that doesn't work, which it didn't, and I went and saw him again, he said go to see a physical therapist. So I think I'm going to go do that because I need to see one anyway. I want to see a chiropractor too, because I just recently learned that chiropractic isn't full bullshit, and I thought it was. Because I think Penn and Teller did an episode on that. And then, but I think Penn and Teller also did a recent like Q&A thing where they went back and somebody asked them like, what are some bullshit episodes that you wish you could go back or redo, or what are some ones that, you know, you've changed your stance on since then? And I think that was one of them. So I don't know what's going on. I just wish my jaw didn't hurt all the time. It's definitely just the muscles right here though on the sides. It started with just the right side, and then I thought it was healing, but then it started happening to the left side, and now it's just both. So whatever. I gotta eat. I mean, they're telling me to just not use it that much, but you know, I gotta eat, bro. Otherwise, I shrink up. I turn into a skeleton if I don't eat. Speaking of which, I've been like using weights and stuff. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? You can tell I don't like work out hard, but you can tell like I'm getting there, right? I'm trying to be not all skinny all the time and stuff. So I'm working on that. So yeah. Other than my jaw, I got really sick last week. Really sick. I thought I had what's the thing with the X in here? Forgot. I thought I had whatever that was. But turns out I just had gastroenteritis, but I woke up at like, you know, middle of the night, 11, 12, and my stomach just on the up here on the upper half of my stomach was just on fire. And so I figured it was like I had eaten like really bad Taco Bell, but I didn't have anything too bad that night before. I just had some, I went to a diner, but I had a nicely cooked steak and I had some mashed potatoes. So, and I guess that was too much. I had also been drinking that weekend. It was last weekend. I had been drinking, but not too much. I mean, maybe 2 shots, maybe 3 shots that day. I mean, more than 3 shots is pushing it for me. I'm a little guy. So, I don't know what caused it, but yeah, they called it gastroenteritis, and I got that up here, and I just woke up in the middle of the night just puking and shitting everywhere. It was a mess. And around 7 a.m., once I realized there was nothing left in me and my body was still trying to push things out of me and I couldn't breathe and all that. The only time that had happened to me before was in 2014 in my second apartment. And I had gotten food poisoning from House of Pies there in Houston. So I went to the hospital. I immediately got in my car, went to the hospital. You know, even if I didn't come to that epiphany, I would have gone anyway. I couldn't function, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't breathe. I needed help, bro. So I went to the hospital. They put some IVs in me. They doped me up. They gave me some dopamine. Why? It's not a drug. They gave me some Ativan. They gave me some Benadryl. And after that, I was asleep, and then they pumped me with some more stuff. And by the time I woke up, I was pretty much all good, but I was still nauseous for the next couple mornings, so I had to be careful with what I ate. Because I think the next day, Lynn made burritos or something. Not like real big, nasty ones, but you know, just small, little. And I had like 2 or 3 of them, and that didn't treat me well the next morning either. So, I mean, it wasn't nearly that bad, but it was for the next 3 or 4 days that it was bad up until about yesterday. When I was like, okay, I think I'm good. And, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, last month was kind of fun. I went up to Portland at the beginning of the month to see my uncle and my grandfather. And because they're like the only people left in my family, and they're not blood family because my mom was adopted, but, you know, I still love them. They've been around since I was a child. And, I went up there. My grandpa lives up in Portland, because when we used to live up there, my grandpa went up there to live with. He always liked to be around my mom, and he says that that's not the case, but I think it is. But after my mom died, because she got cancer up there, and then she came down to Houston, and that's when she died. But he stayed up there, so he lives on the other side of the state from me. I live Southern Oregon. He lives in North Oregon. So, but my uncle was coming up to visit him, so I figured, you know, I'll drive up there and I'll see him. Especially because I got a new car. I want to go into detail, but I'll show you. So then I mean, I'll show you in another video. Don't expect a picture to come up or anything. So I went up to Portland and I chilled with them for a couple days, and that was fun. But still, waking up 1, 2 a.m. in the hotel to be Elision, and then taking a little nap, and then waking up and going and having breakfast with them and doing the day or whatever. But they would be like, yo, why are you going to bed at, 7, 8 p.m.? And I'd be like, I'm on that grind. I'm on that grind, yo. And, yeah. But then I got back, and then Lynn and I went up to see, God, it must be my 7th or 8th tech show. I went and saw the Strange Crew. I really like the not the Strangulation tour. They should do a Strangulation tour, but they call it the Hostile Takeover, and they've been doing it since, like, I don't know, 03, I guess, 04. And I started going in 06, and I've seen him every year since then. So, or no, I didn't see him. There were 2 years that I missed out. Anyway, I saw him. We went and saw them, and it was just crazy to see how much things have built. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to see how far things have grown with Strange. Not just Tech with Strange, because it was the whole crew. I mean, it was Ritz, it was Stevie. It wasn't the whole crew, but it was like Mayday, Stevie Stone, Cess Crew, Ritz, Tech 9. I mean, it was some cool openers. I mean, it's cool to not be in Houston for the openers, because Houston openers fucking just, oh God. Houston rap is, I don't want to say anything bad because I'm from there, but it's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I see the appeal, though. Anyway, so we went and saw them up there, and it was just crazy because the whole place was packed. And I remember being one of maybe 40, maybe 50 people in my first couple of shows. So to see the whole place sold out in Eugene, Oregon, and see the upper tier filled, it's just crazy. It was awesome, and the energy is so, because I mean, it's a party when it's just 40 or 50 people, but it's a huge party when it's packed out, and that's crazy. Because I mean, tech. That's why I go to tech shows and nobody else, because it's more of a party than a show. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a good time, and it's so interactive. It's good. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like a Strange Music show. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we went up there. So I guess that's a lot of driving I did last month. I went all the way across the state and back, and then I went halfway across the state and back, because Eugene's halfway. So that's about 1,800 miles I drove last month. But I like driving, and I like my new car. So, and after you see it, you'll see why. So let's see. Yeah, just been working, man. Just been in here working. Just everything recently has just been focused on it's just around Elision, you know what I'm saying? And then I just wake up in the morning, and I mean, I go to bed like after the sun comes up, and then I wake up before noon, and then because I still have to have time I still have to have some sleep in me for my real sleep at night. And then after I wake up, I'd be an adult, you know what I'm saying? I'd be Travis, I'd be a person. And yeah. What else? Playing Black Ops 2 lately. That's cool. I've been looking into Overwatch, but it's way too hard. It looks way too hard. Cause it's hard enough to avoid the 12-year-olds that just pop around the corner and just like, you look at the kill cams on Black Ops and they just you're like, holy shit, how did that happen? And you know it's not a bot, because it's not like they just lock onto you immediately. But still, they just pop around a corner and they're like already at your face. They're like here, and then they just come, boom, and then they're like, what the fuck was that? How'd you know that I was crouching or whatever? Like, it's just crazy. So I couldn't imagine having to deal with that on top of having to learn all the classes and all their spells and like what this one's gonna do to me, and like having to like identify what it is before it does the thing to me. Like, it seems like too much to have to process in the time that you have to process in an FPS. But I guess everybody has to do that, so it puts everybody. But no, like, you get in a fucking group with like a 12-year-old Asian or something, you're fucked. It's over. Like, no, I'm sorry. So, yeah, that's about it. Lynn and I just had our 7-year anniversary on the 30th. We're doing good. We're doing really good. We haven't had anything bad happen since last year, and that's really good. Nothing physical anyway. So I mean, we still argue. Nothing nasty. It doesn't get bad. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna get to work on getting those verses up. Probably get that cover up of me testing this strip out. But yeah, I got 3 seconds left. I gotta go. Bye.